Hello
This is
everybody.
our host.
Hi.
This is our host.
Hi.
What's the name of the
ขอบ
place
คุณ
again?
ค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
This place?
Yeah. Ing. Homestay.
Guest house.
Guest
โฮม
house.
สเตย์อิงเนิน
Ingern.
อิงเนิน
Ingern.
If you're coming to Canterbury, come stay at this place. It's beautiful, lovely garden.
เนิน
She's amazing as a host.
Yeah. She's called Mum. So I don't know.
มัม
Mum, no? Mum.
มัม
Mum.
So, hey guys, welcome to a new video. We're going to do a bit of a mukbang today. I don't know if you can see the durian, but we've got loads of durian here. Starting with some, is it
Pongmani.
pongmani?
And
And
we've got some chani
thank you
chani and ganyao.
and beautiful ganyao. 4 kilo ganyao. Amazing. So the spikes, to differentiate them, ganyao spikes are very skinny and they're usually quite round looking. Chani, kind of a bit more spread out and usually quite long. And then pongmani,
Yeah, that's like a stegosaurus, I think.
stegosaurus. Yeah.
Yeah, pongmani's, I don't know, it's a bit smaller. Don't really, I mean, yeah, it's just a bit of a smaller durian. I can't really tell the difference between this, but you've just got to ask the people at the markets. So,
The colour is definitely more orangey too.
yeah, it's a lot better.
So you're gonna dig in. This is a
First-
huge feast.
First durian mukbang for me.
Yeah, me too.
Let's get into it.
Some chani.
Let's get into it. How does this taste? You can kind of, I don't know if you can see it from this far back, but it's pretty soft. There you go.
This is our, this is both of our first time to Canterbury. We came here for durian, and it didn't disappoint, did it?
Nah, man. This is if you're a durian lover, you got to come to where it's obviously harvested and grown.
Yeah, as we were driving in, we could see them on the trees. Just so many trees, and you could see these kind of big soccer ball shape hanging from way up high as well. Good 10 meters up or more.
Insects are loving it as well. So, if you want to know more about what we get up to, so follow our Instagram as well. So obviously High Carb Health for me,
Kiwi Bigfoot.
and we'll link them down in the description below. If you want to know, what we get up to and what we do day-to-day living. It's very easy to be vegan, and I guess that's what we'll talk about: veganism, everything basically, what we get up to. And
So it's kind of funny being a foreigner here because there's hardly any foreigners in Canterbury. We've only seen 2 so far.
I think 2, yeah.
Yeah, 2. And the lady who we're staying with, who you just saw, she thinks it's kind of strange that we're just eating durian all day, but for us, because we cannot get it at home in New Zealand, it's just amazing. And to get it at this quality, at this price, it's just incredible. So
yeah, for sure. And it's funny because it's like they always want to offer us like rice and stuff with this kind of meal, and that's, I suppose that's what it's like in their tradition, to have that. But you don't need anything extra with it. Durian is just amazing by itself, and you haven't tried a good durian. If you haven't tried a good durian, you're not going to like it. So don't bag it out because it's the most exquisite fruit ever. And if you want good nutrition, this fruit has it all, and that's why we're eating it, because obviously we're health conscious, and if you put the right fuel in your body's going to love you for it, and you're going to stay healthy without any issues, without any disease or problems. So get down the fruit, smash down the fruit, whether it's durian or bananas or mangoes, or apples or anything. Fruit has a lot of amazing stuff, and we just disregard it, and it's always like a snack or a dessert. It's never like a meal. And here we are showing you that you can actually eat fruit as a meal and be satisfied with it. So
durian is especially good for that, especially later on. You don't have that same kind of satiation feeling as with cooked food, but durian does it and ticks the box for that. You can have it for dinner and you feel full. It just feels so good eating durian as a meal.
Definitely higher in fat. That's probably why it makes you feel better as well. But it's not that high in fat. It's just the right amount that the body needs as well.
Gonna mix it up, add some ganyao, check it out. Beautiful and soft. Ganyao is my favorite. What's your favorite?
Ganyao was a favorite. And then I tried this other variety, which I'm having now. And I don't know, I just seem to like it a little bit more than ganyao. I mean, it tastes a little bit more like Malaysian durian, and I love Malaysian durian. It tastes very butterscotchy or really creamy, and that's what I like. Ganyao is no different, but it's just a different kind of taste. And I've had ganyao quite a bit, but I haven't had as much of the pongmani, and you know, just changing up a little bit. So.
And this is only 3 varieties. Another one which you find mostly in Thailand would be montong, especially in places where Westerners and foreigners are more common. Montong tends to smell like onion, and if you don't like onion, then maybe that's why a lot of people get put off. We get comments on our Facebook and other social media sources where people just go, ooh, that's yuck or whatever, because they've tried frozen in another country, and you just aren't getting the same thing. It's so far from what this is, and they're just missing out. They won't know until they've had good stuff.
Yeah, and it's not that hard to find either. You just got to go to the right places. But I don't know. I just think it's such an amazing thing to come off a tree. To be creamy, custardy, and sweet. Just exactly what the human palate, human taste buds want. And I couldn't imagine anything like this coming off a tree in nature for us to eat, you know.
And we got so lucky with staying at this place because just over there is a rambutan tree, a banana tree, numerous papaya trees, a couple of durian trees as well, which is just amazing. So for a couple of high carb, high fruit vegans, just so lucky.
Yeah, if you're ever around Chantaburi, I'd highly recommend this place because...
Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah. Highly recommend this place. Lovely host. Really nice rooms, nice and clean. And
close to town too, close to the markets. We went to this place which people had talked about where you're supposed to buy the durian, and the prices were much the same as Chiang Mai and other places. And I don't know about you, but I just thought, okay, you know, we've come all this way to Chantaburi and the prices are the same. But then we went to the local markets, places where even less likely to find stuff basically, and got ganyao for 120 baht a kilo, which is just incredible because in Chiang Mai it's 250, 300 baht a kilo. So $20 New Zealand for a big durian, and that is easily a meal.
oh, it's more than a meal.
Yeah, a meal for me and a meal and a half for someone else.
And not only that, it's just this. You can't beat this flavor. Honestly, there's nothing in the world that tastes like this. You can't even describe this taste.
Yeah.
Like, that's how rare it is. You just can't describe it.
You get these seeds from time to time too, which are tiny. Typically the seeds are quite big and round, and then we've kind of just nicknamed these little seeds knucklebones. If you've ever played knucklebones as a kid, then they look like that. So you get even more flesh on it, which is awesome, and just a tiny little seed, so you're not really missing out on much when you pull the pod out.
Yeah.
We are going to put this on both of our channels though, so we'll do an introduction for Sham as well, for those of you who don't watch his channel, but should perhaps subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, so my name's Shamiz. Obviously if you go to my channel you'll see what I'm about. I overcame a incurable disease called ulcerative colitis, and you know, there's a lot of people out there that are struggling, and I have managed to change my lifestyle, been vegan now, coming up to 6 years, so it's a long time, haven't died of protein deficiency or anything like that. Yeah, been vegan for 6 years, changed my life completely. I'm supposed to be on medication for life, and I haven't taken a single drug since I left hospital, which was 6 years ago. And you know, my life has just changed dramatically, and change for the better, and also, you know, influencing so many other people to change the way they eat, the way they do things. Obviously my family was first to do that as well, but now obviously I help people get over the same illness as I had. As I said before, a lot of people have it, so you know, that's what I do. So I was born in India. I moved to New Zealand when I was 5 years old and stayed there ever since. So I've been in New Zealand for 25 years. I'm 30 years old, and yeah, love eating fruit. And obviously if you go to my channel you see a lot more about what I do and yeah, my interests in things, so head over there and subscribe.
We have a love for Thailand. We've been the last 4 years in a row, typically to Chiang Mai first and sometimes to the island Koh Phangan, and now to Chanthaburi, which is another awesome spot, especially if you're a durian lover. And if you're not yet a durian lover, then you may well be in the future when you have some good stuff.
I remember, like, I was pestering him about durian because when I first tried it, I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it, but I was like, what the hell is this, you know? But over time, I started to grow a taste for it, grow a liking for it, and I was like, mate, you have to try it, because honestly, like, if you're a fruitarian or if you love heaps of fruit, you have to love durian. There's just no question about it. You have to love durian. And I was like, come on, man, you can do this. And I was probably giving him the wrong durian to try, but there was one time when I gave him Ganyao, which I think changed his mind dramatically. And,
Oh, it did.
and after that, I think
Ganyao
it
was 10 out of 10.
sold. So again, as I said before, if you haven't had one before that's good, don't bag out the rest of them, because there are plenty out there that are really, really nice. And so yeah, he's loved it ever since. And what we're doing now, smashing down durian. So,
and we're not going to be able to finish this. I know you can't really see it in the frame. We could hold up some of it, but that is a big durian, and there's lots of it here, and it's so filling.
But we'll try our best.
We'll try our best, yeah. Well, that's us for now. Hope you enjoyed watching that and seeing some other durian that you may not have seen before. Check out both of our social media if you want to see more of where we are right now and durian that we're eating in the next few days, and amazing fruit.